today's cup of coffee with Scream, and my voice goes as I start to speak. It's going to be one of those. Yeah, it's already going to be one of those.
It's been. It has just flat out been one of those.
Yeah. I've got this sinus thing, and it happens every year when the seasons and the weather starts changing. We're supposed to have temperatures tonight. This is October the 8th, 2024, down in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally ridiculous from what it was just a week ago. Yeah.
It is insane.
And so it's like
crazy.
The sinus mess.
That has been just and the ears.
Yeah. Well, it goes with it. The eustachian tubes, all that stuff. You don't know whether it's cold, whether it's allergies, whether it's...
It's all of it.
Yeah.
It is. No.
Yeah. And so my energy level, even with the potatoes, it's just...
Potatoes.
It ain't there. It just has not been there today. And, this will upload. I'm not sure. Who in the hell made the decision to call this Hurricane Milton? Seriously.
You could have named it Egbert.
I think since it's in October, I think they should have named it Edgar.
Well,
in honor of Edgar Allan Poe. And I guess
or Vincent.
I think they have had... There's bound to be a sheet somewhere of all the names that have been used already.
Mm-hmm.
But to think that your property or whatever got slammed by Milton, that just sounds weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's kind of like a womp womp.
Yeah. Yeah. Because this thing is Category 5, and there for a while... From what Ryan Hall had said, it was Category 5 was the top rung. But there for a while they were saying that it was possibly a Category 6.
You can never trust a Milton.
No. No. They'll steal your milk money.
Mm-hmm. They'll steal a lot of shit.
Oh, my God. It's...
Never trust a Milton.
No. No. But it's just been one of those crazy. Everything is just crazy. And over on X, I had posted the link for Stephon Burns. He had he's almost got a daily video now.
Yeah. It's very close to it because this has just been a chaotic time.
Solar maximum. And that a comet was going through at the same time there was a CME. And he said that there was the possibility that a CME, not this one, but that one will blow the tail off of the comet. He did say that it had happened before.
Shit. But what does that actually cause? Does that cause something?
See, that's what the science on some of this stuff is still so new that they don't...
They don't know what it means. Truly.
Right. It's all in the matter of observation right now and data collection. Okay. And trying to make correlations with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm still asking about the phi angle that somebody needs to...
Phi, phi, pho, phom.
Yeah. Look at some of these different... variations within the geomagnetic storms and the CMEs and different things like that, and see if there is a correlation between those numbers and an increase in mental health issues.
I mean, there is bound to be a correlation.
Yeah. So somebody needs to study that, somebody other than me. But the phi angle... I don't have the brain power to do that anymore. But the phi angle, years ago, I had wondered if there was a correlation, and I didn't just pick that randomly. I mean, even as far as news cycles and different things like that, all of that, it's all vibration and frequency. Mm-hmm. And this is not one of those chicken and egg type things. I mean, it's just...
You want the egg? Or the chicken.
There are so many things that are just, it's layers upon layers upon layers right now. And I don't even know if you could tease it apart. But one of the things that is very difficult to tease apart right now, I mean, we are in PsyOps. It's crazy.
It's major psyops right now.
Oh,
They are gaslighting just out the ass now.
I mean, it used to be that as far as the tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, which was some kind of PsyOp term to discredit people that were dot connectors and noticing things, to sit there and go, oh, they're just a conspiracy theorist.
It's like, oh, turns out they're not.
Yeah, that it used to be a few years, and it's like, damn, they were on to something. And then for a while, it was like 2 weeks. Now, I don't even think there's a 2-week window between them squalling conspiracy theory before evidence that, no, this is real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now people have got the receipts. Not everybody has goldfish memory.
Mm-mm. And you can say, like, oh, internet is not forever. Oh, yes, it is.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
There's always going to be evidence of it.
Yeah.
It may be years before it's released, but it will be released at some point.
And that's the thing. We don't even know all that it is. We can think of different bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, why do you think that they're called leaks? Because it's just like bits and pieces here and there, and that's...
Well, and that was the reason,
too.
As far as WikiLeaks. And people are like, well, it shouldn't have been done. It was national security. Oh, no.
It should have been done.
Yeah. And God love him, he suffered for that. Julian Assange suffered for exposing the truth. There's other people that's suffering, or that they have the potential of great suffering because they have exposed truth.
Yeah.
What is
it?
The lies have been so thick for so many years, we don't even have a clue in all the different ways we have been deceived.
No, I mean, like, we've been deceived left and right, and just right under our noses, too, the whole time. But that's been under, design.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, they put up this whole, like, cloak, smoke and mirrors bullshit to, have you look at that.
Right.
Rather than, oh, shit, we're doing some fuck shit. Look over there.
Right. While it all burns down behind you.
By the way, whatever happened to Julian Assange?
He was released.
He was?
And he went back to Australia, and he's with his family.
Good. Yeah. I didn't know if he was still locked up or not.
Nope. And it's one of those that they did. There was somebody somewhere in the past week or so that did acknowledge the fact that for all those years he had been a political prisoner. So there was a little bit of validation there, but you don't get time back.
No, you don't get time back.
But it's like, it just has been crazy.
But maybe that was used for, I'm sure that was used for a purpose.
Sure.
Like a divine purpose.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, it was for a divine purpose. I think there is scripture that says that we are supposed to expose the works of darkness. And that's one that John B. Wells is very fond of using that. And I used to listen to his stuff, and I like him. But it's like some of the topics, my God, they were so heavy. And this was years ago that I just couldn't.
Right.
And it was
it's some rough shit.
It is. Because, like I said, it's a layer upon layer upon layer. And he's over on Rumble. If you all ever want to go over there and listen to him.
It's like a really bad onion.
Yeah. But it has just been so interesting, and you've got so many people even though there's proof, like such as the weather manipulation and different things like that, and people are going, oh, that's not real, and it's like there's patents. And I think that a lot of people are in denial because they just can't accept it.
Yeah, they can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
So they would rather buy into the lie, like, oh, nothing's happening.
That can't possibly be. It's those crazy people again. Yeah. And it just every day, and there's so much of it that it's overwhelming. It truly is overwhelming, and it just, there's times that I'm like, okay, I will go and watch SpongeBob. They have Krabby Patty at Wendy's now.
Krabby Patties? Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm doing a road trip tomorrow to get one of those Krabby Patties. I want it. I want that Krabby Patty. I've waited my whole life for a Krabby Patty.
But it's interesting, those of us that have been aware of a lot of things, 20, 30, some years, sometimes more than that, depending on the individual, and some of these people acting like it's new. Oh, look what I've discovered. It's like, no, honey, you just, you're going to have to play catch up here.
Yeah, but it's better that some come late to the party because, it still informs new people.
Absolutely. And there's people, and that is one of the good sides of the TikTok thing, because I have seen clips of quite a few people when they did wake up, if you want to call it that. I'm not necessarily, it's like, I don't know.
It's like their frontal lobe snapped in.
Consciousness.
It's like something literally snapped into place.
Yeah.
Or just...
It's an epiphany.
Yeah.
The light bulb goes off to sit there and go, oh, shit, this is real. And then, like I said, there's some of the others of us, it's like, yeah, we're over here.
Yeah, it's just been a state
Wait
of being.
on in. We'll help you clean the shit off of your shoes. Well, you can come on into the party.
Yeah, it's just been a state of being at this point.
So that's another reason I appreciate Stefan Burns so much, because that he not only is a geophysicist and understands the solar cycles, but he also understands the planetary alignments, as far as the astrology, historically, what that has meant, what this can mean. He's able to connect a lot of dots. And I think that he is genuinely a quality human.
He seems to be, because I don't watch him as much as you do. So
he's a good kid.
But he seems to be a really cool guy.
And I don't say kid in any kind of derogatory. If I could have birthed somebody, they're going to be a kid to me. But
it's a term of endearment.
It is. It is very much a term of endearment. But he, I may be the troll on his channel, because he was talking about this comet and the name of it, and I can't remember. I don't know what, but I'm like, that sounds remarkably like Cheech and Chong. And so it started a thing when I started that last night, and then there were several of them that had commented that on him, and I bet he's like, damn you. Damn you, you started this shit. You've got to have some humor in it.
You do. You really do.
Because what else are you going to do? If you can't fix it, I mean, and you're sitting here waiting for the it.
You got to laugh about it. You got to find the humor in it.
You might as well. And that's like, we haven't watched it yet, but guess what? The Why Files had uploaded about Project Bluebeam.
For real?
Yes. So I will be interested to hear what AJ has to say about it, because now I tell you, he does some damn good research.
He does.
Now there's sometimes I'm like, you're fudging on that. You are fudging on that. Haven't said anything, but there are times that he does.
Yeah.
Because I've done a hell of a lot of research in my days too. I just don't have the high production quality that he does. Of course, that's what he does for a living.
Yeah. I mean, he's done this in, like, professional settings before.
That's just, he is a professional as far as production and different things like that. So that's the reason his shit looks so good.
Yeah. But I mean, like, for TV, he's done this stuff for TV.
Yeah. And he's a big brain. A member of Mensa.
Yeah, he's big brain.
Yeah.
He part wrinkle brain gang.
Yeah. But it's so...
Dude, could you come over here? Hecklefish is over here in Smooth Brain Gang.
I love Hecklefish. I do. I really do. But it's so interesting to sit and watch people to where they are... There are some, and we knew this was going to happen. It always does. And it's what we had spoken about also about the black pills, and they might as well just dig a hole and crawl in it. You know, don't put that frequency out there on other people.
No. That's bad.
It is bad.
But that's bad juju.
It is. Because you have to hold the line. Holding the line is continuing to be light in times of darkness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're supposed to do. That's part of our being here.
Mm-hmm. You need to let your little light shine.
Uh-huh. Which means encouraging other people, laughing at the absurdity. You've got to do these things. Mm-hmm. That's true of everything that's going on in the world at large, plus your individual life. If you get to where you can laugh at the small things or even the big things, the small things don't matter. And it's a matter, you have to put a little bit of effort when you're learning a new skill. That's true of anything.
Yeah.
You know, some of these people may have been born as far as this perpetual optimism and stuff like that. Some of us were not. Some of us had to work hard for it. We had to sit there and go, okay, where is the silver lining on this?
Yeah. Well, people are just built different ways.
Yes,
so
but the thing
balance the
is,
scales.
when you're going around, like there was like 150 years ago on Flintstones, if anybody remembers that, there was a character that was called Schleprock, and he was the one that had this huge black cloud hanging over his head perpetually.
Like Misery and Ruby
Yes. And it's like, no one wants to be around that all the time.
No.
But what is weird is those people want to recruit people to be miserable with them. And it's like, no, honey, you can come over here with us and we got some sunshine, we got some laughter.
Yeah.
That it's like, don't bring your rain over here. No, you don't get to rain on our parade. And during this period of time, you're going to have to be very cautious with some of that stuff, because especially if your energy level is already low, which the geomagnetic storms and all that stuff and changes, there's many reasons. People on a spiritual level and on a mental level are reaching a state of exhaustion, which can be dangerous.
Yeah. Chronic exhaustion is always... that can lead to death.
Well, it can lead to giving up.
Yeah, I mean, you just...
And you can't do that. This is not the time to do that,
Because that's what it is. You wear the... That's the game that they're doing, actually.
It's a long game.
Yeah. They're wearing people out
Yeah.
and down to the point that they just... It's like, all right, fuck it.
Yes.
Fuck it.
And it's like, no. It's like, no, you don't get to do that. No, we were put here for a mission, and it's a matter of staying the course.
Yeah.
Doing the mission to the best that we can.
You gotta keep on going. You gotta keep on trucking. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
And
just
it's like, it's
swimming,
okay
swimming.
to have a battle buddy. That's when everybody needs somebody to intercede for them. Mm-hmm. To pray for them when they can't pray for themselves. To share a smile or a joke or, to sit there, hold their hand. There's a lot of times words fall short and flat. Be willing to just sit with somebody. Mm-hmm. Just that human closeness and contact. We need that again.
We do. That's what community was for.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. And this deal of, don't touch somebody, they may be diseased.
You're nasty.
Well, guess what? That's why your immune system is.
That's why we take baths, too.
Well, it's a matter of if you are...
If you're nasty, you take a bath. Scrub that nasty off.
And you think about as far as Jesus didn't sit there and turn the lepers away.
No.
Right.
He did not turn lepers away in the slightest.
One of my favorite stories, and one of the ones that I remind myself a lot of times, was about the 10 lepers. Mm-hmm. And he healed them. Mm-hmm. And of the 10 that were healed, there was only one that came back and thanked him. Mm-hmm. And if I would have to go back. I don't have the scripture right in front of me, but I do believe that one who came back and expressed gratitude, that his healing was total. The other ones, I think that it may have alluded to the fact that the sickness came back on them.
Which is like, how come they didn't come back and thank him? How come they didn't thank him?
How many times are people ungrateful? How many times do people truly stop to think of the blessings that they have and who helps to provide those blessings? It was like yesterday, it was yesterday when we went to Sam's, and there was a couple of guys standing there, and it looked like the janitor's closet, and so I went to the restroom, came out, and I'm like, y'all over janitorial? And they're like, yeah. And I know they were waiting. It's like, they know some nasty, and it was just a matter of going, thank you. You have a hard, nasty, thankless job. Mm-hmm. Thank you. And both of them were so surprised.
Because they don't get that.
But that's
just human kindness that you showed them. That's,
somebody saw and appreciated what they were doing.
Yeah.
Because I told them the truth and understood that is a hard, nasty, thankless job. And it was like the lady that worked over at the Wildlife Mart, Birdie was her name. Loved her. God, love her. We loved her.
She's just a sweetheart.
She was. And she viewed that as a form of ministry.
Mm-hmm.
To go in and clean up the filth. And we got people that are waking up and they have been covered in filth, and it's a matter of us cleaning them off, hosing them down. Don't beat them down.
No.
Because when they realize that they have, that they bought into the lie, there's a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, and it's like, honey, you're human. You got fooled. You got played. It happens to everybody at some point about something.
Mm-hmm. It's just, that's how it goes.
Pray for the ones that are still out there, that they're under the deception.
We gotta
take care of each other.
Yes. You gotta take care of your home.
And that tinfoil hat.
People within your home.
I want one of them. That's what I was trying to find, was one of those shiny Intel from the 90s. They call them bunny suits.
They're just...
And I couldn't find one online.
They were colored, iridescent.
Yeah.
Hazmat suits with a helmet. That's what they were.
I want one. I need one.
You gotta get one custom made then.
Because at this point, a tinfoil hat Just don't cut it. I think everybody needs the tinfoil hazmat suits.
Full body.
Uh-huh.
It has to be that same fabric that the emergency blankets are made out of.
They actually do have
spray
that.
Painted.
They do. No, you can buy fabric like that, and it's just a matter of me not having the energy to do basic things, let alone a project like that. But I would love to.
I mean, that is kind of a big project.
It's really not. The design is pretty basic. It honestly is. It's not that hard to sew. It's not.
When sleeves and pants are your mortal enemy.
Not really. No, I mean, I've done worse, but
that's mean.
Oh, the hood, no zippers are a mortal enemy.
That goes with the pants.
And pleats are evil.
I don't mind pleats.
But as far as making the hood part, that's what I need. That's what I need. So, but yeah, conspiracy theory versus fact. Both can be correct. Actually not, because like I said, a lot of these things, find out who it is that's calling, who's saying whatever information is a conspiracy theory.
Right.
There is information that can be incorrect. There's some that is intentionally incorrect. Mm-hmm. There's some that's unintentionally incorrect.
But see where everybody's like going back and forth as far as calling out the incorrectness. Both sides literally being like, no, you're incorrect. Oh, you just said this. No, you're incorrect. That's confusing the fuck out of people.
Absolutely. Do not get to the level of confusion. If you're finding yourself confused, back out of it for a minute. Do your own research. Pray about it. Ask God to reveal truth to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, the level of conspiracy is deep.
Deep.
The revealing is deep. Final thoughts.
It's been the year of truth.
God, yes, it's been several years. It's just like, oh.
It's like, this has been a shit storm and a half.
Yeah. But it'll be interesting to see if a CME blows the tail off of that comet. That's crazy. I didn't even know that could happen. But it has happened before.
Like, seriously, if it blows the tail off the comet, something is bound to...
Comets are harbingers anyhow.
Yeah, so it has to affect it somehow.
Yeah. Well,
so
I'm
what
sure
does that
it
mean?
does. I don't know.
The fate will be cut short?
I don't know. I'll have to research
or the doom will
that.
be cut short?
I don't know. I really don't. But some people there on Stefan Burns' channel had some really good ideas, and they were talking about as far as visualization and things like that, and to just hold the image of, what was its name, Milton, just breaking apart before it hits land, before it could do any damage, just sort of poof, to where it doesn't hit anything. Imagine somebody literally throwing a monkey wrench in the, weather machines.
I was thinking, yeah, in my mind I got like somehow the tail is like the fuse, and like it just goes all of a sudden just poof,
yeah,
right before,
or just where it just breaks apart, where it just breaks apart to white fluffy clouds. It is not going to hurt to visualize that, because, again, with vibration, with frequency, fear is not an energy you want to be feeding into any of this stuff right now.
No, it is not something. Just, it's kind of like that thing, like, you know how in cartoons sometimes whatever projectile will come to a screeching halt in like mid-air, and then just something happens and
it just falls.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Do what works for you. So again, final thoughts?
Pray.
Yeah. Without ceasing. So if you've had experiences with paranormal and supernatural, everybody's having paranormal and supernatural. If you don't understand that, you're in denial. You really are.
You know who else is in denial?
Who?
This cat that thinks that he can open the door.
Yeah,
No.
if he had thumbs, oh my God, we'd be in trouble.
People who were hating on Cuckoo Harajuku and did when it came out, they're, yeah.
I have no idea
They're
what he
incorrect.
just said, but I can tell you about Comet Cheech and Chong.
No.
Okay. He throws this. You talk about throwing a monkey wrench in my poor little brain. That I try to stay on track, and then it's just like that's Aries. That is what that's shit that he's got in Aries, and I've got a bunch of stuff in Virgo. So that's how that works, and it's just like what?
They're in denial.
Okay.
They were hating on
That's good to
it, saying that it's a bad doll, but it's actually a pretty good one. They're in denial.
Okie dokie. Anyhow,
We're at the end of the thing, so it's fine.
I have not even with the emails. I'm sorry. I have not. The best way to do right now is comment section that are over on X.
Mm-hmm. It's been a rough go.
Yeah, I'm just mentally and
plus she's got the ick. She's got the suds now.
Something.
Yeah, she got the suds.
So you doing your thing here?
I'm watching that cat. Check us out on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Werlandis Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Werlandis, EOCWS. Thank you all for joining us. Have a good.
Know that you are loved.
Mm-hmm.
If you know things that other people need help with, share your knowledge. Share your wisdom.
Knowledge
things
is power.
like that. It is. It is. And it's like, don't sit there and kick these people, because everybody, when they have that epiphany, they do feel shame. They feel guilt. They feel remorse. I'm not saying that they should not. They should. That is a matter of rendering of the soul.
Yeah, but it's for them to deal with.
But for them to do it for an extended period of time, that is counterproductive. So if you can teach, please do that. Guide, counsel, mentor, all those things. But do treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.